Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another edition of Soccer as We Like It, the Man United edition. As you know, there is no football this weekend due to the fact Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II passed away on September the 8th. So the country's way of showing respect to her passing, is to suspend all football activities this weekend, including the games on Monday. Well, let's get right into it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Tim Rossi, host, and let's get right in. As you know, last week, Eric Bailly said Man United favor English players, especially referring to players whereby when players are off form, when they're not playing badly, when they're playing badly, they still get selected over players who are non-English players. So we saw that. Then today, Anthony Martial, talking to the French media, said Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Jose Mourinho absolutely screwed up his career. Right, let's go to the beginning. Eric Marshall. Anthony Marshall joined Man United as a 20-year-old under Louis van Gaal and said that was the best moments of his career at Manchester United. Saying when he joined Manchester United, Louis van Gaal would show him the videos of his performance, how he should run into angles, and he scored 17 goals in his debut season. Then Louis van Gaal was fired after the FA Cup final. Then Mourinho was brought in. Mourinho, he said, he had trouble under Mourinho. He said it started with the story of the shirt number. Mourinho wanted us Marcel to take number 11. Marcel at the time was wearing number 9. During the holidays, Mourinho sent me a message to ask if I want to change to number 11, explaining to me that it's great because it was worn by Ryan Giggs, a club legend. I tell him that I have the greatest respect for Giggs, but I prefer to keep number 9. When I return to the club, I see my name with number 11. The story did not end well there. Mourinho literally disrespected me. When I said I would prefer number 9, we all know he gave number 9 to Abramovich. So he talked about me in the press a bit like he had done with Karim Benzema at Real Madrid, and this is what Mourinho does. He talks about players on the field. He throws them under the bus, and these were the little games he normally plays. But I did not want to disrespect him. People would say, as a young kid, you're just disrespecting Mourinho. He knows that I was then 20, and if I say anything, it will pass for a young person who is not showing any respect. So I said nothing. It was useless. The following season, I was the best in the team. In that part of the season, I was scoring the goals and I was the leading scorer up to that point. Then that's when United now signed Alexis Sanchez, a guy who we signed, paid him 400 a week, and he scored 5 goals in 47 games, which is an absolute. He must go down as one of the biggest flops in United history. We're gonna do a show in the next England international break when we're going to talk the biggest United flops. So get your flops ready. The list of flops who have flopped and overflopped, past and present. We're going to throw them all in there. If the player was a flop, as in he was literally rubbish, and I mean rubbish. Right, let's get back. So he was saying, when we signed Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal, Marcel at the time was our leading scorer. He got dropped for Alexis Sanchez to play on the left. Alexis Sanchez was supposed to be going through the middle, but they moved into the left, and Anthony Martial was dropped. And his career never picked on. And that was the season. That was the World Cup season. And he never made the World Cup. So I said nothing. It was just the following season. I was the best in the team for the first part of the season. He brought in Alexis Sanchez, and I hardly played anymore. It's the season of the World Cup. And it cost me dearly, especially since France team won that tournament. I should have been there. So he will never forget how Mourinho did not play him in that World Cup year. So that was him playing under Mourinho because he played under Van Gaal, which was his best times. He loved Van Gaal. Van Gaal showed him videos of his footage of how he's performing and how he could go into angles and how he could crisscross and look for space and dribble because he was a very skillful guy when he came from Monaco. If you're watching our video, don't forget to smash a like. Don't forget to subscribe, please. And don't forget to follow us on all the social medias. One Twitter, one YouTube, one Instagram, one Facebook, and we're also on TUMBLER. All right? And you could also check us on Linktree, and we're on Spotify. So, but While playing under Ole, regularly I played injured. A lot of people didn't know. I could not accelerate during my 4 months following the COVID season. The coach tells me he needs me to play, so I constantly played. But given my game, I can't accelerate because it becomes very complicated at the same time. I got set on fire. I get set free. I was criticized by the fans for being lazy. I was attacked by the media. I was having body language that I didn't want to play. But the fact of the matter, I was playing injured. I was in so much pain and discomfort. I could not accelerate. This is what he said. Obviously, I ended up getting injured further. And when I came back, finished, I didn't play anymore. Ole did not play me. I took it very badly. I had the feeling of injustice. You asked me to sacrifice myself for the team, and behind the scenes, you dismissed me. It shows treachery. That's all I hate and cannot be blamed, but not for being fake. I don't hate, but I cannot be blamed for not being fake. I had a great relationship with Louis Van Gaal at the first season. I love to learn. And when a gentleman like him takes the time to take me to watch videos of my matches, it shows me to explain things to me in my best. Once I had scored twice and he made me watch the videos to set me on fire. I told him that I scored twice. So what's the problem? He wanted to talk to me about running angles and movement zones. I told him that I understood. And that's why he helped my career and my character. At times, it's important to remember that footballers are human beings. As such, it would be ideal for everyone at United that Marshall was channeling his 2016 and 2018 from every single season. In life, simply doesn't work like in pretty much everyday job. It's a tough job. We all know that. So, Ole played him injured. He said you have to sacrifice yourself for the team. When he got injured, when his injuries got more, he said he could not accelerate. So that's when everyone says, "Oh, Marcel, you're not running for the ball." But he was in so much discomfort. The same thing, he burnt out Marshall, he burnt out Rashford. But we didn't criticize Ole for this. We kept saying, "Oh, Ole's at the wheel." But Ole did more damage. I keep saying, and I've said it on this channel a lot of times, Ole did more damage than good for Manchester United. Yes, he was there for 3 years and we didn't even win a single sausage. Yes, he got to second place. He goes to second place on what grounds? When Liverpool had a whole squad injured and they still beat us 4-2 to get to the fourth spot. Chelsea had just sacked Lampard. So hello. Now those teams, when the following season, when they had the 14, where did we finish? Case closed. So he simply said, so summarize what I read what he said. In the World Cup season 2018, he was United leading scorer up to when we signed Alexis Sanchez. We signed a dodo, a dud. Arsenal sold us a dud. This guy was done. He was finished. He scored 5 goals in 47 games, which means he's scoring goals 1 in every 9 games, which is absolutely abysmal. That is shocking. That is absolutely shambolic. That's a total failure. He must go down as one of United's biggest flops. He must definitely be in the top 5, if not number 1. But we shall see when people tell me who the biggest flops are in the top 20 biggest flops in the last 20 years. So he said he enjoyed playing under Van Gaal. Van Gaal showed him videos of himself, even when he scored goals. Van Gaal showed him angle movements, angles, how to run into movements, how to dribble into space. He went over the videos with Van Gaal. Under Ole, he played injured. And after he sacrificed his injury, still playing injured, when he was fit, Ole, his injury got worse. And when he came back from injury, Ole didn't play him. Ole just put him to one side. So used and abused and discarded. As for Mourinho just disrespected him. Mourinho brought in another player who was literally bad. Put him in place of Marshall, who was doing a good job. Gave him another shirt number. So how much disrespect can you get in a space of 2 seasons? How much disrespect can you get or can you take? Marshall's a confidence player. He's 26 now. He's played under Van Gaal, Mourinho, Ole, Rangnick. No, under Rangnick, he was sent out to Sevilla, I think. and now under Ten Hag. He talks about Ronaldo. He says Ronaldo, he gets on very well with Ronaldo. That Ronaldo is very calm. He's a very professional. When they're working out in the gym, they talk and they share ideas, and he gets respect. So you can see the media has always blasted, Martial. The media has always blasted Martial, always blasted Martial as lazy, he's this and that. But they don't. So when Rashford was doing that, the same laziness last season, we heard nothing. It was just pure cricket. So that's the same thing by saying the favoritism that the press provide for those who have a red passport and those who don't have a red passport. But Martial is simply saying, I played injured under Ole, and I could not accelerate. I couldn't. My game is about acceleration and running and dribbling between players. Marcel doesn't need space. He just needs the acceleration to run past players because he's not that player who needs space to run into. He does that Iron Robin, close ball control dribbling, and he's done. He's out there. He's that kind of dribbling player. So under Ole, he played injured, got worse, and when he came back after getting injured, he was discarded. It is what it is. As for Mourinho, took his number after asking him, and he said, no, I'm fine. He gets back to the club and see his number's been changed. That's just disrespect. I mean, come on. But that's Mourinho. Then you're the leading striker. They now buy another player in January. They put you to one side and they play him to justify. And that guy was so bad. They take your number. They take your position and they play a dud. Who, if it was like Sanchez was scoring goals, I could get it. But Sanchez was rubbish, absolute rubbish. 5 goals in 47 games? Get the fuck out of there, mate. But that was what he went through. And that's what he's saying. That he's not playing that season cost him a place in the World Cup, French team that won the World Cup that year in 2018. So it hurts him. He still pains him. He's still traumatized. He's still psychologically scarred from what he went through that season. That Mourinho dropped him for Sanchez. If he's dropped him for Sanchez, who was scoring, I get it. But Sanchez was a flop, the piano playing clown. That's where we are. Under Ole just use and abuse players. Simple, just use and abuse them. And just, because Ole didn't want to get sacked. So he let them play under injured. They were injured. He still forced them just to make sure he kept his job. That's selfish. Then he says Mourinho will throw the players under the bus as he threw Benzema when he was a manager at Madrid, and start talking about them in the press that, oh, he could have done better. He did this, he did that. And he knows Martial could not. And there are times he said, Ole will say I'm injured, but I was not injured. Well. But Antony Martial, I've known him as a confident player. He's a very skillful player, very skillful player. He knows how to dribble his way. He's very skillful, but he's a confident player. And he said one last thing, I'm not an actor, I'm a footballer. So when I'm upset, I don't know how to pretend that I'm not upset. I'm a footballer, I'm not an actor. If you disagree with Martial's comments, drop your comments and we can debate it. I'm Tim Russell, soccer as we like it in the MANUTD direction. There's no football this weekend because of we're mourning the Queen of England's death. May her soul rest in perfect peace. Hopefully we get more announcement if there's going to be fixtures played next weekend. But I'll see you guys on the next one. For me, it's goodbye and good night. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Antony Martial, keep it coming.